For our three heroes, one day looks a lot like any other. Wake up, run away from patrols all day, find a quiet spot, go to sleep, repeat next morning. But sometimes the patrols don't give up when the sun sets.
This is our chance to get clear. We know what direction we're going in. They don't.
There's nothing in any direction. What difference does it make?
You can tell direction by that? I mean, without the stars?
Yeah, it's called a compass, Galen. That needle always points north. And that cloud cover is a big break. Orko's men won't know what direction they're going in, so they'll go in circles.
Another useful bit of human technology that the apes don't have. And he's right. Urko and his men are trying to follow some tracks in the dark, but they keep ending up back at the same log where they started. There's nothing for it but to make camp and start the search again in the morning. While Urko is chasing his horse's tail, our fugitives aren't faring much better, even with the compass.
Hey, Galen, heads up. Take it easy. It's rough in there.
Galen, there are certain things the compass won't tell you. For those things, you do need some light. Too bad he didn't let me tell him that before he ran up there. He has a laceration on his leg that's bad enough they have to use a tourniquet. Once they get the bleeding stopped, they make a litter to carry him on.
What is it? It's a farm. It looks isolated. This could be it, Pete. Show me a couple of nice, smelly old tractors and it's home sweet home. All right, settle up. Let's move out.
There's not much choice. They need to get Galen some better first aid than they can come up with.
Anybody in there? Anybody inside?
You get away from here. Now! I'm warning you. We have clubs and corn knives.
Look, we need help. Our friend's been hurt.
We don't help humans.
It's a deal. Help our ape friend. He's not inclined even to do that.
Oh, dear. Terrible. He needs help.
Now, wait. Who are you?
My name is Galen. These are my friends.
His tired friends.
You're their prisoner. They captured you.
No. Please help us.
Are you rich? They're your bonded humans, right?
No.
Hey, put that thing away and help him, will you?
The head of the clan is Polar. The real head of the clan, who's currently overruling him, is his wife Xantes. The guy with the sickle is oldest son Anto. We'll meet the other two kids later. Ron Harper plays Alan Verdon. He was a very successful character actor with both this series and Land of the Lost to his credit. He also did a lot of soap opera work. He actually studied law and was acting on the side, but he caught the bug. His first big job was being Paul Newman's understudy on Broadway, which gives you some idea how successful he was going to be. He died last year at the age of 91, which is a heck of a good run. Right now he's much younger than that, and he doesn't have time for some hot-headed punk with a farm implement.
Now look, we're no danger to you.
Get him inside. I'll see what I can do. Ask your questions later. Can't you see he needs help?
Don't direct me, wife. I'd already made up my mind. Now, not you two. Anto and I will carry you. You two can wait in the barn.
They don't care where they wait as long as they can sleep while they do. I like this family. The blustering dad who has to save face when his wife proves much more intelligent and capable than he, and the daughter is just a bit smitten with Galen. Anto is going along with it, for now.
Oh! Hey! Get up!
All right, take it easy, Sarge. I didn't even hear a reveille.
Thanks for waking us up.
Why did you sleep so close to the cow?
Well, if she doesn't object, why should we?
Look, we're not gonna hurt your cow.
Oh, humans are cursed to cows. Everyone knows that.
Give me that again? The people in this valley are ruled by superstition and old stories and traditions, like that one. It never occurs to people like Anto that there's a big world out there and lots of apes who don't know any of this stuff. And why is he so concerned about the cow anyway?
5 years I've waited for a bull calf. My own ox to start my own farm. And nothing but female calves. Heifers. For the landlord.
All right, put the stabber down, pal. This could be your lucky year.
Hey, no, wait a minute. I don't understand.
Oh, you understand. When a son becomes of age, he has to wait for a bull calf to be born before he can start his own farm.
That's another of those ridiculous traditions that only exists in his little corner of the world. They are not from his little corner of the world. But he expects them to know all this stuff because if they do it here, it must mean they do it everywhere. Galen is asking to see them, but Anto insists they bathe first.
You know, you really are wonderful. I feel so much better. Have you done this before?
Oh, I once trained to be a nurse. Until I met Polar.
The city ain't no place to raise a family.
Or even visit.
Someday.
Always the same answer.
Anto needs his bull calf. Remus hardly out of rompers, and Julia hasn't even sought out a husband.
I think she's doing that right now, Polar. Julia acts like a teenager, but who knows what the marrying age is around here. In any case, if her groom happens to be Galen, she won't complain.
You won't be able to stand on this for some time.
How long?
Oh, several days at least.
I can't have those humans around here. It's dangerous. They've been known to kill cows, just for the meat.
Burden and Burke are not going to kill your cows.
Where are they from? Those humans?
He's not about to try and explain that to these people. He just says, you have to let them stay. They'll work for their keep. Polar says, well, of course they will. That's what humans are for. Alan and Pete can live with that for now.
Yes?
I'm looking for escaped bonded slaves. Have you seen any?
Humans?
Of course, humans. What else?
We know nothing of bonded humans. We're just poor tenant farmers.
Yes, we can't help you.
If you see any, report immediately. Failure to do so carries a severe penalty.
I understand.
Are you dumb? Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
If you see a stray human, report at once.
Anto's wheels are turning, we can see that. As they get to work, they're discovering that Polar's farm only has one problem. They're doing everything wrong.
Rocks, there's no end to them. The earth seems to keep breathing them up.
How do you know?
Listen, I lifted half the rocks in Jackson County when I was a boy.
You keep talking strange. There's no such place.
There was.
Your eyes did not deceive you. They're plowing vertical furrows in that hill. Alan will try to explain why horizontal is better.
Every time you plow up and down a hill the way you're doing there, whenever it rains, it's going to wash off more of your topsoil. And gullies are going to start to form. And they'll get deeper and deeper. And they steal your land because you have to work around them.
Playing in mud?
But if you plow around the hill instead, like this, you see? Then when it rains, the furrows hold the water. It won't run off with your rich topsoil. And there are no gullies, see?
Look, Anto, it's true.
It also waters your crops so you don't have to figure out how.
It's foolishness. Now, everyone knows that plowing down the hill gives the ox rest from plowing up it.
And if you plow around, then you don't have that problem now, do you? Plus, what's more important, the ox being tired or you having enough to eat? Anto was real big on the everybody knows blah blah, whether they do or not.
Foolishness.
Where did you learn this?
Well, my family owned a farm when I was young.
We'll plow around like he says.
Well, then he'll plow around, because I'll have no part in it.
I don't mind him. He's worried about the bull calf. Nothing else on his mind.
Polar says, and by the way, I know you lied. Humans aren't allowed to own farms. These guys just can't see any possible world where their narrow-minded, not to say ridiculous, ideas aren't the worldwide norm. Still, horizontal plowing is working. Even Anto can't argue with that.
No! 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 Stop! I ordered you to stop.
What's your problem, boss?
Well, that's the wrong kind of fence.
Well, you show me a bale of barbed wire, I'll build you a proper one. But right now, this is the best I can do.
Poles. Set up and down. Stuck in the ground like these.
Now, come on, Remus. You knock yourself out putting up a stick fence like this. And then the first time old Bessie rubs against it, it falls in. And you take a nice rail fence like this. Lock tight, bull strong. Last your lifetime.
Remus is trying to be a good traditionalist, but he can't help being curious.
Fences never last long. They're not supposed to.
That's where you're wrong, Lieutenant.
I'm not wrong. I'm in charge.
This kind of fence grows on you. And, say you want to move it. Polar wants it over there, say. All you got to do is take it apart and put it back together again.
Is that right?
Would I lie to a nice ape like you?
These guys have a thing about vertical. Plow up and down, fence should be poles, and I'm going to avoid all the jokes that are rattling around in my head right now because this is a family channel.
I've decided. It's a good job.
Thank you, boss.
Back to work.
Yeah.
Who taught you to build a fence like that?
Abraham Lincoln.
I'd like to meet him.
So would I, Massa. So would I.
Every so often we have to remind ourselves that we're in the 70s. You couldn't get away with that today, and honestly, that's too bad. I think we all get what he's saying about slavery, and he said it in an effective way. For us, not for Remus. He has no idea what's going on. But we understand. It's a slap in the face to racism rather than a gentle rebuke. That's not a bad thing.
Make an ox, pitch hay into the barn. Now, isn't that enough to convince you he's not right in the mind?
Not at all. You just tie the pitchfork to the ox's hoof, stand him upright, and let him get to it.
Wait. Watch.
Okay, ready. Work is meant to be work, and hay is meant to be pitched by the forkful.
Drive the ox ahead. Go ahead.
Ho there. Ho.
There you go, Anto. This happens to be a very big forkful. He's also rigged up a pulley to get it into the loft and set it down.
Now, you saw. That's better than forking a whole load full of hay.
You see? She must have already eaten some hay that fell in here from that evil device. She's dying. I know it.
How do you know it? He's still going on about curses and such while Alan is examining the cow.
How soon is she expected to calf?
3 weeks. 3 weeks, I think.
But I think your calendar's a little off. More like 2 or 3 days. She'll be off her feed for a while, that's all.
It's a lie. Throw them all out now or she'll die.
Your cow is not going to die, Anto. Look, we can't leave here until Galen's able to walk. By that time, your cow will be a happy mother and we'll be on our way.
That's not good enough for Anto. He's one of those people who lives by the principle, but we've always done it this way. Things that challenge his safe, comfortable ideas are too much for him to handle.
Have we shown you anything evil yet? Well, tell me, Polar. If we have, then send us away.
If farm seems to profit from them. You can stay. But if anything happens to the cow, as Anto fears, your fate will be up to him.
Now what good'll that do?
Enough!
Still not good enough for Anto, and there are still several things they're doing wrong.
Remus, I thought you were shelling corn for seed.
I am. Burke should be doing it.
Hey, come on, have a heart. We didn't discuss coffee breaks, but it's part of the deal.
Remus will shell the corn. It's the job of the youngest son to prepare the seed.
But here, always use the best ears for seed, not the smallest.
Did you hear that? The best ears are for feed and flour. The little ears are for seed.
How do they manage to get so many things backwards? Time for another illustration.
Well, tell me something, Remus. Do you expect to be big and strong like your father someday?
Of course.
Well, that's because Polar is good seed. Now, if your father were small and weak, then you probably wouldn't grow big enough to handle a calf, let alone an ox. See, every year, if you use the biggest, best ears for seed, then your crop will get bigger and bigger. It will, I promise you.
If Remus wants evidence, it's there in his hand. Every year, the ears have gotten smaller and smaller, and there have been fewer and fewer good ones. I think they all just did the math.
You know, I can remember sitting around a fire, something like this, with my own son, and telling him the same thing. Chris, I wonder how he is.
This performance genuinely moved me. It's so heartbreakingly understated, it cuts right to your core.
I wonder what...
Is something the matter?
Well, they have feelings too.
I hope Ron Harper got a bonus for that. Wow, I'm still trembling a little.
You're so interested in runaway bonded humans. You couldn't afford to buy one.
I just wondered if there was a reward for helping you find one or two.
Reward? Why? Do you know where some are?
Well, I thought maybe you could tell me what they look like.
All humans look alike. You know that.
Maybe I'd go hunting for them if it'd pay enough to buy a new bull calf.
You farmers are all the same. You want to get paid for doing your duty? There's no reward. Now move on.
Anto trying to betray them isn't the worst part. The worst part is he recognized Anto from Polar's farm. He can also do the math, so he sends his man to watch Polar's place.
Hello. Not too much at one time.
Huh?
Mother says she'll break open the wound.
Oh, no. The pain has turned to itching now. That's very good. Won't Burton and Burke be surprised when I just walk right in on them?
Oh, not quite yet.
Why?
Well, I mean...
In the distant future, when a statue of Galen was discovered, it was labeled Galen the Clueless.
Well, I don't quite understand you anyway. I mean, you must have come from a good family.
Well...
Now you're running with humans who have filled your mind with mad ideas.
They're not mad ideas. And I can't tell you any more, so you just stop asking, huh?
She's still trying to figure out why he acts as though the humans are his equals. Look around the farm. How many apes taught your dad to do those things?
Why don't you just let them go on?
Well, you see, I can't. And that is just another way of you asking exactly the same question. She's just like a female.
I thought you might never notice.
Is that plain enough for you, Galen, or does she need to draw you a picture?
Well, you see? What I tell you, it's what kind of goes And then it's one of these, Burden, tell them what you're, no, wait. I remember, it's our very own windy mill.
Windmill.
Well, that's what I said. Isn't it wonderful?
What good is it?
This is the power unit to your irrigation system, Polar.
Really, Pete? Why don't you tell him it's the ding-fod to his frizzledome? Before I can make fun of him too much, he explains what it does.
You see? Making oxen lift hay that should be pitched, and now conjuring up the wind to make water pour where it shouldn't. It's unnatural. No wonder the cow is dying.
Imagine if they had a car. They ride around in a box that moves itself. It's unnatural. No wonder I have B.O.
Anto says he's seen your friend Galen stand. If this is so, you must go.
It's true. He can stand.
They can't go now. Not until they finish, so I can see it work.
I think Alan was about to say he can stand, but he can't walk. Big difference. He sure can't walk well enough to make any kind of journey.
It's not for you to say. The youngest has no say.
I do have a say. I have a say. Anto's only worried about a bull calf.
Wait till your time comes to worry.
Please?
Stay, leave, stay, go. My mistake was being a father. Do what you want. From now on, I just live here.
That Anto is not one of my favorite apes.
Nice cop-out, Polar. Galen wants a couple more days to heal, but who knows what Anto will do if the cow dies or the calf isn't a bull. They could carry Galen like before, but as soon as they leave, Urko will find their trail, and he can move much faster than they can since he has horses.
If we could get a hold of some horses. I take it this isn't horse country, huh?
Only landed apes and police are allowed to have horses. Farmers have to walk or ride oxen or cows.
Nice arrangement, keep 'em poor and busy.
It's a capital offense for anybody else to have a horse. I wonder what they'd do if somebody came up with a zebra. The animal life in this world is a little vague. One thing I've noticed missing is dogs. Where are the dogs and cats? I know about the lore in the movies, but we aren't necessarily following any of that. There don't seem to be any predators at all. In fact, there doesn't seem to be any wildlife at all. I hope we get an explanation somewhere along the line. We are only 4 episodes in. I have to remind myself. While they wait to see which happens first, Galen able to go or the cow giving birth, they're continuing with their innovations.
Whoa! I don't mind being a peasant, just so long as I have all the conveniences of the rich.
Yeah, well, even the rich don't have showers in this world. But as long as you're adding conveniences, maybe tomorrow you can put in the hot water.
Huh. How about a massage parlor, a sauna bath, and a gym? Will that make you happy?
Yeah, they're openers.
As we might suspect, he's going to see Pete showering. Let's go tell Urko. Gentlemen, next time put up a shower curtain too. Either that's a really weird angle or that's a different cow. Either way, Anto is playing a song for her.
It's her time. The tolling of the bell.
She's dying. She's dying.
She might appreciate a happier song, Anto. And while you're at it, get more bells. Alan checks her and the calf is breech. They have to get it turned around or it and the cow are in big trouble.
The cow is having a premature birth. She's suffering because the calf is turned. Do you understand me? Do you?
You've done this.
He has a good rant going and the pitchfork to back it up. He's determined that everyone is staying right here in the barn until we see what happens. Alan is pleading to let him help the cow.
Polar, do you want your cow to die?
At birthing time, the fate of the cow is in the hands of the oldest son. I have no say.
Who says you have no say? Those are old words passed down for so long from our fathers' fathers, we don't even know if they're right.
Be still. Don't say such things in front of the young ones.
No, I won't be still. It's Jillian Remus that I'm thinking of.
She recounts all the good they've done, but he still won't listen. Pete is ready to tackle Anto, but Alan doesn't want him to. He has to do something.
Remus, do you trust me? Just play along. I like the odds better your way. I'll get ready to operate. Doc. Oh, God, boy! All right, Anto. I got a knife. Now, you drop the fork, or your baby brother's never gonna live to see your baby boy born.
He's not fooling. Andrew, please do what he says.
You heard him. Drop the fork. Anto!
Anto! Do as he says!
Remus enjoyed that so much, as soon as he was old enough, he moved to Central City and became a famous actor. Polar never forgave him for the embarrassment.
If you want it to be a bull, ring the bell.
That's how you let the calf know it's supposed to be a bull. Bell, bull. It makes sense.
Nice work, Remus. We make a heck of a team.
Can we go watch?
Yeah, you go watch. I get a little queasy in operating rooms. You can tell me all about it later, though. Not too much detail. Go ahead.
Remus may be the sharpest tool in this shed. I really do see a good future for him. He listens.
What's the score?
It's worse than I thought.
Well, how bad is that?
It's about twice as bad.
There's two, and they're both turned around wrong ways. Not far away, that Scout and his partner have reported to Urko and his aide. 4 guerrillas are riding hard to Polar's farm.
Anto, come have a look. You hit a jackpot. Twin bulls, straight across.
My wife asked a good question. Does that mean he gets 2 farms?
Police! Police! All kinds of police!
Hi, up there. Come on, quick, outside. Anto, come on.
Polar? That's Polar.
Why do you come riding through here? You make enough thunder to shake the turnips from the ground.
Shut up, female.
I don't care who you are. Talk to my wife like that and you'll find that pitchfork up your nose before you know what happened.
You're hiding escaped bonded humans, Polar.
No, that's a lie. He was here before.
Silence. He was standing over there under that thing. One of them was standing under there in a kind of ring.
That's a little hard to explain away.
What's so funny, farmer? You won't laugh with Polar hanging on the end of a rope.
It was me. He saw me.
I really hope I can get away with letting this run, because in a just world, it should not be interrupted.
We're a poor farm family. Would you deny us what little fun we can make for ourselves? And look, see? I make the family laugh. Right, like a human, see? And then I walk around like a straight-necked goose. Like a human, see? Oh, I'm gonna have some meat. We'll have some meat. And we'll cook it good. Did you see? This is what he saw. My room for taking my makeup off.
The other 3 are convinced, including the one who thought he saw what he saw, But Urkel orders one of them to search the barn anyway. There's nothing to do but hunker down and disappear in the hay.
No humans here, sir. 2 brand new calves. They would have been eaten if there were humans around.
That's what you call making the myth work for you. That's good enough for Urkel. The patrol guy will be demoted and they'll go look somewhere else. Next time you come back, don't.
Burden, I'm sorry for how I acted to you in there. I just couldn't believe. Thank you very much.
Anto, I saw what you did out here, and if I hadn't seen it myself, I wouldn't have believed that either. I'd say we're about even.
Will you show me what I must do, just in case someday when you're not here?
Just ask me, Anto. I know. I watched the whole thing.
Told you. Zantes has packed some provisions for them, and Galen's leg is well enough to travel. But if they ever need a place of refuge where they know they're among friends, here it is.
I named the bulls. One Burke, the other Verdon.
Hey! Well, just watch the heifers around the one named Burke.
Pardon my bluntness, but isn't that what the bulls are for? It's probably not for their entertainment value. When we had our cabin in Idaho, our neighbor down the road was a cattle rancher. He had 2 enormous bulls. When they weren't out in the field servicing the cows, they spent most of their time bashing their heads together. That's only entertaining for so long.
What is this?
A windmill.
Where does it come from?
I made it.
He's a very bright boy.
If you were a bright old farmer, you'd keep him at work in the fields, not building these toys to play in the wind.
Don't bother trying to explain it to him. It pulls water from the ground has way too many syllables for him. I like this show. It's interesting, the acting is well done, and the stories are crafted nicely. I cheered a little when their old wives' tale about humans bit them in the butt. The almost romance between Galen and Julia was cute and believable. And who knows? But I can't see Galen as a farmer working with other farmers like Polar. Among other things, he uses way too many big words. There, don't bite your tongue.